Hey guys, Lisa Salvatore here recording this video to talk about the full moon in Pisces that is taking place September 13th and 14th, depending on where you live. For us here on the East Coast, it's 12:35 a.m. I am sure that everyone is feeling this tremendous energy one way or the other. Whenever we have a full moon, what it simply means is that the sun and the moon are opposite each other in the sky. So right now the sun is in Virgo and the moon is in Pisces, this full moon. So when we have the sun in Virgo, Virgo is an earth sign. It's very practical and grounded and stable and detail orientated and analytical, intuitive also, but likes facts and figures. Then we've got Pisces, the dreamer of the zodiac, and Pisces is the 12th and the last sign of the zodiac. So as such, she basically embodies the traits of all the other signs before her, and she's extremely emotional and sensitive and there's like the very mystical energy with Pisces. And so what ends up happening is when we've got a full moon in Pisces, it's like, that intensity, that sensitivity, that intuition can be on so strong that if you're not familiar or comfortable with it, you won't like it. It could come up as anxiety, right? And if you are comfortable with it, it's really great to use that to explore your inner world and maybe get some work done and just use your creative juices there, because this is an awesome full moon. But it is very emotional, so it can feel like a Mack truck hitting you sometimes with the emotion, not sure where it's coming out of. So basically with this full moon, we have some really nice aspects, but the challenge with this full moon is to stay grounded, because it's like we've got one foot on the ground, Virgo, and then one in the water, and one with our head in the clouds, which is Pisces. On the highest vibration of Pisces, that's a beautiful thing because it allows us to see things from a higher lens, right? To connect, which is what we really are all here to do, and we often forget to do so because of the outer world, right? And so that's what Virgo's representing, is reality. So when you put these two together right now, to use it at its highest vibration, it's about Virgo, which is reality, and then Pisces, which is spirituality, and then putting those two together to come up with spiritual reality, I guess, if that makes sense. Kind of making up my own little thing here, but that's what it is really, because you want to tend to your inner world, but you have to tend to the outer world, right? And if you don't tend to your inner world, it does come up from, comes up and then it comes out, one way or the other, whether that's through the body, through, disturbances, through, when you don't deal with it, I'm saying. When you tend to the inner world, you can really find some great, nuggets of wisdom, and it's great for writing, and it's great for, speaking your heart and speaking your mind. So this full moon is making some really nice aspects, also a couple of challenging ones, but nothing too crazy. So, first off, the moon is conjunct the planetary ruler right now, which is Neptune. So the moon's conjunct Neptune. Neptune rules Pisces. So basically this is like triple watery energy here right now. And which means, again, emotionally sensitized. This is a strong emotional time. So if you've been feeling like a little all over the place, because sometimes Pisces on the shadow side can be very, very scattered. So if you've been feeling that way emotionally, or shaky or anxious, or just like something is going to happen but you don't know what, you're feeling the energy of this Pisces full moon conjunct Neptune, is ruling planet, okay? Then on top of that, this moon is also making a sextile to the planet Pluto, and the sun is trining Pluto. Pluto is all about rebirth and transformation, but those are positive aspects. So what's happening is all this emotion's coming up. We don't know where it's coming from necessarily. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. And all we want to do is figure out how to work with it, to either express it, because Mercury is also conjunct Venus in Libra, which is beautiful because it's like, it wants us to speak from our hearts and say what we need to say and do what we need to do. But because Mars is also opposite Neptune, there could be like and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that this moon is also this moon is squaring Jupiter and opposing Mars. So what ends up happening with that is that it's like our faith is being tested. We feel all these emotions. We want to speak from our heart. It feels really good to do so. But then we've got like the other side, the polarity, which is like, no, you can't do that. you're going to look crazy, you're going to, you're going to do this, you're going to ruin things, or whatever the situation. So there definitely is a polarity, which is what full moons are. They're a tug of war between the head and the heart in whatever area of your life. It could be emotional, physical, spiritual, all three, but whatever area it is, you do feel that energy. And if you don't, I guess congratulations, but I mean, I don't know. I'm very affected by full moons. Depending on the sign, sometimes it's more so than others. This one for me, because I am a Pisces moon, is I actually like it. I'm comfortable with this energy, although even for me, it does get too emotional sometimes. And I do feel the anxiety of it, like the jumpiness. It's annoying. So anyway, with all the Mars energy we have right now, the best thing I can say is when you feel that way, exercise. Channel it through exercise because it always helps. Or you could get one of these cool necklaces that I bought myself for Christmas last year. It's called Komuso, Komuso, I believe it's spelled. Yeah. And what it does is, I didn't even realize that, so funny, nothing's ever an accident. I didn't even realize that I was going to do this video today. And I have this on. So let me just demonstrate. This is for anxiety. So what it does is you actually take you inhale a couple of deep breaths. So you're like, and then you don't do it quite like that. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and really demonstrate it, but it really, really does help to do this. I wear this when I fly because I don't like to fly, but I fly. So I take this with me. I probably look like a complete freak show in the airport and on the plane, but I really don't care. So anyway, if you're interested in that Komuso, K-O-M, I think I'm spelling it right. It's on here. Oh. Komusu, I believe. It's awesome product. I totally went off on a tangent there. As you can see, this moon's making me very jumpy and energetic, so I just want to get this video out, and I wanted to just give the energy of this moon. It is such a gorgeous time to take stock of your inner world. Yes, tend to your outer world because you have to, right? We have to live in reality. But it's really important that you pay attention to your reality. Don't be a stranger to your demons either, because they come up around full moons. Everything comes up. Everything comes to a head. And it isn't negative. It's just like, sometimes the stuff we don't like to deal with are the exact things that we need to deal with to overcome certain hurdles on our journey here. And you'll always feel better after you do it. If you would like a personal reading or to see more of the sessions that I offer or to have your chart done or just to have a basic intuitive session, please make sure you visit my website, lisasalvatore.com. The links are below. You can view all types of sessions that I offer and prices and things like that. I also wanted to just pull a card from my Moon Oracle deck. Just see what we get here for this Pisces full moon. All right. Also, too, about the jumpiness, FYI, Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Mercury rules the nervous system. And I always find with Virgo energy, it adds to the nervous symptoms that people can have. And I even know from clients that that is true. So it's not just me being woo-woo Lisa. There is basis to that. That's why I love astrology. So literal. Okay, let's see what we've got. Okay, so we've got Sleeper, if you can see that. I'm just going to read you what the message is from this book. I don't really use this one too often. I have an obnoxious amount of decks, and I've decided that I was going to start utilizing more of them because it's pathetic, and I'm not going to get rid of the ones that I like. But yeah, you could say I have a little bit of an addiction with decks, and I'm trying to stop purchasing them. Alright, well, let me find this. These do not really go in order, which is annoying. Let's see. 28. Okay, Sleeper. Oh, so it says from Pisces to Aries, ruled by the moon and Pluto. So yeah, that's very literal because Pisces full moon and we've got the Pluto aspects. A pale woman, her face calm and beautiful, her arms crossed, sleeps naked with a moon crystal at her breast. The pale green tresses of her hair flow like winding rivers. Drops of water fall. She is the moon in sleep. The moon and Pluto in combination in Pisces symbolize the Persephone myth. Abducted by Hades, she was forced to remain in the underworld for part of every year. This card indicates that intense emotional power is currently dormant, held prisoner, and awaiting the appropriate time to achieve full expression. The moon in this mansion signifies a time of quiet and stillness before summoning up new energy to tackle life. It is a time of premonition and clairvoyance. As I'm saying this, my crown chakra is like tingling like crazy. If you draw this card, you cannot deal with whatever is about to happen until the time of resting is complete. Nevertheless, your ability to visualize the future will play a key part later, resulting in the successful outcome of the matter. Wow. And then the key phrase is premonition and suspicion. So, okay. Pisces energy is, like I said, is extremely intuitive, and you tend to get premonitions a lot. And sleeper to me also could be referring to, I always talk about dreams being very cathartic for us. We don't realize how our subconscious is just trying to work everything out through our dreams, and we do get a lot of messages through animals, through symbols, through phrases that seem very random, through people that show up. It seems very random, but it's not random. So it's important that you pay attention to that, because you could be getting some premonitions. Also, because it does say suspicion, and we do have Neptune involved here with this full moon, and there's Pluto happening, and then there's some Moon and Mars action, it is possible that you could be uncovering something that you're not ready to deal with. So maybe subconsciously you're uncovering it, but you're not consciously ready to deal with it, right? So Pisces is the subconscious, Virgo is the conscious right now. So you may not be ready to deal with it, but just know that you're working it through, and that when you're ready, when your soul is ready, because you always know, right? We don't ever do things before we're ready, or find out things before we're ready, or it just doesn't work that way. Timing is truly everything. And Saturn is about to go direct. Oh my gosh, I think within like 3 or 4 days of this full moon, Saturn stations direct. So that is a time where Saturn is about time. It's a planet of time. So timing is everything right now. So just trust your intuition, trust where you're guided to go, speak from your heart, follow your truth as best as you can, and don't be afraid to connect to whatever and whoever you need to help you to get to your truth, if need be. Anyway, I hope you all take really good care of yourselves, and I will be back soon with my new moon readings for the next new moon. Take good care. Bye.